Okay. Right. Thank you very much for the response and good morning all. Okay, we'll start today's session. Okay, first of all, we'll go through the things that we have discussed in previous week, right? To get a brief summary about what we have completed, right? Just give me 1 second. Can you guys see my screen? Can someone let me know about it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please let me know whether I'm in a full screen or not. Just give me 1 second, right? I hope still not. I'm in a full screen, am I?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this was the content that we have discussed in previous week, right? So basically, we discuss about the overview of Unix system and what are the things about the structure, directory structure, how we need to store files, what would be the file structure that we can use, and what are the most important directories, right? And like that. And then there are several users, and when we discuss that the way mainly the Unix system, they do not have a GUI based interface, right? They basically have a command line interface. That's why we need to memorize the commands that we need to use in order to use that system. So we all have experience with the Windows or Mac OS, whatever the operating system that we use. But when it comes to specifically Unix system, it would be basically command line, right? So likewise, then we started to go to a terminal, then we check about these commands, and these are we said mention about these commands and their outputs, right? And then we discuss about these small uh, theory parts about the relative and absolute part. These things, as we all know, these things uh, are important for us when we are doing or when we are working on a Unix based system, right? So it is about the basic things that we have discussed, and also we discuss about the permissions. As we all know, when it is a server, many people can log into the system and use the files. So we have to protect and we have to provide the user access authentication for the different kind of users. In order to do that, we can use readable, writable, and executable. Likewise, we can give us the permission. So, and also then we did some of like how to see the some kind of processors and the hardware and software requirements, not requirement actually, hardware and software status of your system, like hard disk space, what other processors are running on your system. Likewise, using the commands. We okay, and also we can discuss about the process management, and these things we have completed. And once after we completed those things, right, we actually, just give me 1 second, right? We have completed a worksheet, right? So that particular worksheet contained, okay, I hope the worksheet is with you. I have shared the worksheet with you guys. Right, I hope now you can see the worksheet. So this particular worksheet, we just typed and see the outputs of the commands, right? And after that, we uh, create a new directory on our Linux system, right? And we remove it, and likewise. So its directory is something like a folder on our Windows system. And then we do some commands and we see some kind of a system status viewing, like disk space usage. And then we started something called bash scripting, right? So these functions may need these functions to complete today's class as well. So briefly, I'll explain those things. Using touch command, you can create a .sh file. And there we use nano.testsh in order to edit that particular s.sh file that we have created. Inside that .sh file and using the nano editor, we give some codes. For example, for previous week, we printed hello world. So once we print that, using the Control X command, we save our work and then we exit. After that, after the bash command, we run the particular script and see the output, right? So that was what we have completed on previous week. And at the last, on the previous week, we discussed about the variables, right? So basically, on variables, uh, we define a variable. I hope you guys have some experience with programming languages. Some may working with the programming languages on your job, and some may have completed those things in your previous studies, right? So we create a variable called name, and then you guys assigned your name. Let's say your name is Kamal, and then we printed hi there, $mark and the name, which means that we assigned that we used that assigned variable previously in the code. And then again, we save as we completed earlier. Then we run the script, right? So it is the work that we have completed on the previous week. So on today, what our plan was, today is mostly a practical session. What we are doing is, I'm doing some examples with you guys together, right? Basically, what I'm going to do is, first I do the example and I give you guys time to complete it on your computers, right? After that, I'll give you a practical sheet like previous week, and I give you guys time to complete it as well, right? So that was our plan for today, right? Okay, shall we start? Just give me 1 second, right? Okay, we start then. So you guys can open your computers and your Unix system so we can complete it. Right. Okay. Let me share my screen. Right. I hope you guys can see my screen, right? If not, please let me know. So, okay. As our first example, what we're trying to do is, right, we are trying to use two variables in our bash script, right? Basically, we are going to use something called name and the greeting, and then we use that particular name and the greeting and print that, basically take this particular output, right? We'll see how we can do it. I hope you guys can see my CMD as well, right? I mean terminal as well, right? So I'm in my computer, so I want to redirect. So using the commands, I have created a separate directory for this bash scripting, right? So let me create a folder directory. We'll see. Okay, so these are the directories available in the UWU in Linux. So I'm again going to open the newly created directory. Right. I'm sorry. Okay, there's no C, right? You can see if one letter was missed, we won't be able to run whatever the script or the command that we want to do. Okay, so first of all, I'll create a, sh file, and let's see. Okay, you can see the sh file is created. Then I want to open the text editor. This, right? So we are now in the editor screen, right? Okay, let's see what are the things that we need to do. We want to create two variables and we need to print that two variables, right? Okay, first of all, we'll create name equal, let's say, comma, right? And then greeting equal, since it's string, we open inverted commas and we'll close it. And so what is the output that we need? We need to output hello command. So we use $sign. So greeting comes first, space, name, right? So we'll see whether this is correct. Okay, we have Kamal. We declare two variables and assigns values to that particular variable. And then we print those variables in the order that we need. Then what we are trying to do, we're going to save our work. and say yes. And then we are back to the R terminal. Now I'm going to type I'm going to take the output using bash command test1.sh. Okay. We'll see. Okay. There's an error, so we need to go back to thing and see what is wrong with the script. We'll see. You can see that is very important. I'll let you know, guys. Okay. We have missed in echo command, we have missed 2 semicolons, right? There should be 2 semicolons. Okay. You see, then we have to save this again. Okay, now first variable is working, but not the second one. We'll see. You can see if there is any error, the error messages are displayed. Test1.h, line 1, name command not found, greeting command not found. Okay, we'll again go to the editor and see. Okay, again, the variable, I misspelled the variable, right? So that is that. I hope that was the case. We'll see. Yes, now it is working, right? So here we learn 2 things. One is, if there's any error in our script, right, it will display an error message on our terminal. Then what we need to do is we need to read the error message carefully. So this referred to the what is the sh file we are referring, and this is the line number, right? So basically, in our very first script, we didn't use the inverted commas for that echo function. That therefore they couldn't recognize the name and greeting as variables and how to print it. So that's why they return these 2 error messages, right? And the second thing, if we have misspelled any variable, it would be a problem again, because they couldn't recognize, because we have assigned that particular variable in a one name, but we didn't use it, but there is something else. And also it didn't return an error message too. So how we find that? So we know that our expected output is hello Kamal, but so expect that what we returned was just only the Kamal, right? Okay, so this is about the using 2 variables in your bash script, right? Okay, let's see what is the next thing. Okay, next thing is, let's say when we are for now we created 2 variables and we assign the values for that variable inside the script. So where did we assign the values? Okay, here you can see on the nano script we have assigned Kamal and hello, right? So what is the thing that we're going to do next is we are going to pass the values in the terminal line, or what we called it is inline. Using inline, we are passing the values to the variables, right? So let's see how we can do it. So basically, let's say, so this is a different command, right? So don't get confused by it. For their Unix system, they used backslash dot backslash the sh file's name and two parameters. These are the two parameters that we're going to pass, right? So for this, you can use bash your .sh file name, and we can pass the parameters. In order to do that, shall we create another .sh file? Okay, let's see. Okay, now we have two sh file. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the second sh file using the nano text editor, right? Now we are in, right? Okay, so here, I'm sorry. So basically, I'll show you what happens, and then after that I'll explain, right? I think it makes more sense. Otherwise, you may wonder what I am talking about. Let's say we need to print, okay, echo. So we know in order to print something, we use echo function now, right? Echo hello there, and then after that we close the colon and $1, which means the first variable. Okay, and then again I'm going to print the same thing, echo hello there, and use variable 2, second variable. Finally, what I'm going to use is echo hello there, and I'm going to close the commas, inverted commas, and $sign at, right? Okay, now I'm going to save our work, right? Control X, yes, I want to save this. Okay, then I'm going to run this particular .sh file. How I'm going to run it? Bash test2.sh. I'm going to here, these are the values. I mean, we have the inside the nano script, we have declared two variables. One is called @1, sorry, $1, and second one is $2. So these are the values for the two variables. I'm going to type Kamal and Vimal, exclamation mark, right? Let's run this. Okay. Here you can see they have identified the first variable as Kamal, and they have assigned the value of first variable into our first echo function. Hello there, Kamal. And they have identified this Vimal exclamation as a second variable, and they identified this as our second variable. Hello there, Vima. And finally, using the at $at, they take everything that we have input in our inline command, right? Okay, let's go again to our nano script here. You can see this is @1 is the first inline input that we have passed. $2 means the second inline input that we have passed with our command line. And at means the everything that we have passed. For example, so what is the most important thing? Let's say we want to, in previously, if we want to use, if we want to change our input value, we need to change it using the nano script, right? But here, you can just, let's say, Sunimal and Amara. You can see, without even changing the bash script, we can change the inputs and use the inline inputs, right? Okay, so it is about the way of how we can input values into the variables. So do you have any questions so far? I hope you guys can clearly see me, my screen, and also you guys, I am very audible, right? If not, please let me know. Okay then. I hope you got everything, right? Then there's another very important thing. Now we are trying to develop a conversation and take the variable, I mean, values for the variable using that conversation. For example, we are writing a bash script to ask questions from you. What is your name? And once you type your name, and then they will print the greeting message for you, right? Okay, shall we do this? Okay, first, let me again create a third file. Let's see. Okay, you can see we now inside the bash script directory, we have 3.sh files. Then I'm going to open a third sh file using nano script, nano edit actually, right? Here we are in. Okay, right. Okay. Shall we write our script then? Okay, then what you can do is, first, I'm going to write the echo and ask the question, what is your name? Right. Then using read name, we are going to read the name, read the input of the user, right? Okay, we have read the name. Then what we are going to do is, again, we are going to use the variable name. So we read the name and assign it to the name variable. Then what we are going to do is, we are going to print hello $sign name. Let's say hello there. Okay, name. Right? Sorry. Okay. Welcome to bash script, the second line. Welcome to bash script. Right? We are going to, now we are going to save our work. Right? Let's say yes. Okay. Now we are going to run the r.sh file. So now the terminal is asking question from us. What is your name? I'm going to say Kamal Senaviratna. Okay. Small thing, let's say. Okay. We have error. Let's see what is the put the again read name. Not found. Let's see what is happening here.
It needs a space between hello and echo and hello. Yeah.
Okay, we'll say yes. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Now it is working. Thank you. Now I'm happy that you guys know how to solve it. Okay, we'll say, let's say comma. Okay, so our input is Kamal, then hello there, Kamal. Welcome to bash script. Right. So this is how we are taking inputs from to our bash script. So what we have discussed so far is how we can the several ways to take inputs for the variables that we have declared inside our bash script, right? Okay, so finally, there's one important thing before I let you guys to try these out, right? Okay. So far, we discussed, let me get, so far we use a read name and the echo function, right? So I'm going to change this like this. To get the same output, I'm going to use different commands and the functions, right? Apart from using echo for the question that we need to ask, and the read part, I'm going to use something like this. Read dash p, right? Read p, what is your name? And then I'm going to change this as, we don't need like this. For the same output, I'm going to use different functions. Right? And I'm going to save the work and let's see what is happening. There's error. Let's see what is happening. Okay, here we go. So spaces are very important when you're writing bash scripts, right? So that is one lesson that you need to learn. Okay, what is your name? Again, it should be what is your name, right? My grammar is incorrect. I'm sorry for that. And let's say Kamal. Okay, hello Kamal, welcome to bash script. So we took the same output using two different functions. First, we use echo function, and apart from that, we use read and dash p, right? So same as the other programming languages, bash scripts also have comments, right? I hope you guys are familiar with. So how we input the comments inside our code is using a hash value. Let's see how to comment. So I hope you guys know. Can someone let me know what is the importance of the comments when you're coding? If you can speak up, it's better. At least can you guys send the importance of the comments in coding in the chat? Why we use comments, right? It's it is, you guys may think that this kind of a small script, what the hell, why we are using comments? So only a 3-line script we are writing, right? Why do you think that comments are so important when you guys are coding? Can someone answer me? Why it is so important? What are the importance of comments in coding? Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think we got two answers. Let's see. Okay, to understand or explain the purpose of the particular line. Exactly. So thank you very much. I don't know, you guys don't have your name 015. Thank you very much for your answer. Basically, yes, you are right. For this kind of three-line script, it's unnecessary to use comments because we all can understand by just looking at it. But let's say there are hundreds or thousands of lines script, right? And you have edited it, that code a year ago. You don't have to take a year, let's say a month ago. After a month, you open the same script that you have developed. Even you also can't understand why you did this logic and what is the algorithm behind this. That's why we need the comments. Or else, if you have, when we are coding in a corporate environment, right? So one person didn't do everything. It's just a part of the project you are developing. Maybe a function, maybe just a one UI. So if you are developing that particular part, so then you are pass your code or using some GitHub like software or version control system, you are just merging your code with others. Then there should be a way that others to understand what you have done, right? So as you are, yeah, there was one other comment, makes the code more understandable and maintainable. Yes, exactly. Using the comments, that's the beauty of the comments. So for this kind of three-line script, we don't need comments exactly. But when it comes to thousands and hundreds of lines, yes, exactly, we need comments to understand the code for yourself and for the others as well, right? So it's better, and it's the using comments is a best practice in coding, right? And also use some kind of a meaningful comments. So you can see we have added the comments using hash value, but it never affected to our script, right? It runs smoothly, right? You can see. So what we are doing, we ask the name and we take the inputs to the name variable using this particular function, right? After that, then we are use that particular name variable inside the script, right? So this is okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'll give you 15 minutes to complete. I'll upload this particular three examples. I give you time for you guys. So I give you 15 minutes. I hope you guys watch time doing this, and 15 minutes is enough for you guys to complete this. I'll give you 15 minutes to complete this particular thing. If you have any question in this, you can ask me. I'm here, right? Okay, just give me 1 minute to upload this to you. I'm sending you guys the first PDF, right? So I'll give you, now it's time 11:51. I'll give you 15 minutes. You can go through this examples that we have discussed and see whether you are received the same inputs, same outputs as in the code. So please be mindful. Don't use uh, dot and slash command. Just use whatever's familiar to you guys. There are, as I mentioned earlier, there are several commands, right? It's not just the things that we are discussing. There are several commands and tutorials available for you, several commands to do the same thing. So you guys can see we also completed something like that. We remove the echo command and use read dash p to do the same thing. Likewise, there are several commands that you can use. You may learn those things throughout this course, right? So for now being, because if you are very familiar with the Unix system, that's fine, you can use that. If you are not, just stick to the bash, whatever the .sh file to run the code, right? You can try new things, right? It's up to you. And if you have any questions, please let me know, right? Then, right? Okay, it's up to you. You can work on that. I hope you guys have received it. If not, please let me know. If you have any question, you can ask. I'm here, right? I hope you guys are fine, right? Okay, so there's one thing that I would like to share with you. So let me, okay, I hope you guys can see my screen. So one person asked a question regarding, he wrote down the script as this, and what he told me, once he run the script, this error message is going to display. So what was the error actually was, so please omit the spaces between these places, right? Then you will not make errors, right? So it is the one thing that I wanted to share with you. I hope you guys have finished. If not, please let me know, right? So after that, I'm sharing with you the second tutorial actually. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I just send it as a direct message. I'm sorry, everyone in the, I think now it's clear. Right. I hope everyone will receive this. So this is using the same concepts, right? You have to, but it may be a little bit advanced. It's not very advanced. It's a little bit advanced than your previous examples, but using the same concepts that we have used so far. Here what you have to do is just write the scripts and try to run these scripts, right? And once you finished, I want each and every one of you to take a, photo, a screenshot of your screen and upload it to the chat. Then everyone will know how this is going to run, right? So uh, this may contain this a bit advanced concepts. Advanced, the script is bit advanced, but using the same concepts. Okay, now it's your time. I'll give you something around 20 to 25 minutes to finish this up. And if you have any questions as previous, please ask it from me. I'm here. Right. Okay. I hope everyone received the second PDF too. Right. So please work on it. I need screenshots or photographs on the chat. Make it visible to everyone. Then everyone will be motivated and see what would be the output. And once you majority of you finish, I'll discuss the important things, right? Okay. Okay, we didn't receive any screenshot yet, right? I hope you would be able to do at least one question by now, right? Okay, thank you, Shamika and 045 for sending screenshots. I believe others are also doing it. So once you complete, please send your captures to us, right? Meantime, if you have any unclear areas, please speak up, right? Okay, thank you everyone who have shared the screenshots, right? Okay, did you guys finish this or are you still doing it? Can I have a response from you? Almost finished. How is your update? Am I audible for you guys? Oh, I know. Thank you, Shamika, sending everything. Yeah. Okay, so I believe most of you guys would be able to complete this. Okay, let me discuss one thing with you, right? Let me share my screen. I need your attention for now. Okay, this is okay. Basically, I am discussing with the let me see a second. Okay, I hope you guys can see my screen, right? Basically, I'm going to discuss uh, running commands from variables part, right? Okay, so I'm going to type a command. Can someone tell me what is ls doing? Hmm, At least send me a message of what is the point of ls command for us. Hmm? Why you are using ls? Okay, we have one. Okay, thank you, Nashir. Display all files in the exactly. So using, I hope you guys can see my terminal as well. Okay, using this particular command, what it does is, can someone identify this? What is the meaning of this particular command? Okay, which will return the output like this. Basically, what it does is it will return, or as Nashir mentioned, it will return all the files available in this particular directory. What is the directory? User local, right? So I hope you guys can remember in previous week we have discussed the most important, the structure of the directories and the most important directory. So user and local, one of it. So I'm going to do the same thing again in a different way. So I'm going to create a variable called directory and assign the path, right? You can see I can do the inline scripting also, right? ls equal the ls. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the two variables. What are the two variables? Capital ls and $sign capital directory. Right? So those are the two variables. Okay, you can see it also returned the same output as previous, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another sh file inside my directory. I'm sorry. right? Here we created the test5 sh file, and I'm going to open it using the nano editor. Right. Now I'm going to create a variable called directory and assign and then I'm going to save it. Let's see, let's run the same thing. Again, it will return the same output. So in here, what we did is basically we run commands from variables using script inside the script, right? So we all know how to run the ls command in our terminal. What we did here is we run those commands inside the script using variables, right? So that is the basic goal of this particular script, right? I wanted you to show that you guys can uh, run commands using variables inside your bash script too. Okay, I hope you all almost complete everything. Do you have any questions that we need to specifically discuss? Hmm? Nashir, can you please little bit explain your question? And regarding the recording, okay, I'll let Dr. Deegal know about this to upload the recordings by at least tomorrow, right? Thank you very much for reminding it. Nashir, you can, I think you are unmuted already. I think,
Can you hear me, sir?
yeah, now I can. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. This that example, read multiple values. That
Okay.
exercise. If you go to that line, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's that? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seventh line. Read state full name equal $ first name $ last name. Is that okay to write in a same line? Because it was not working for me. But
Just give.
what I did is I typed that the full name this the next line, so it worked fine.
Yeah, it was work for me. Let me check again and get back to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, you have completed the code using divided it by two. You can tackle with that, right? You are asking
Yes.
me
Yes.
whether it's
Yes.
okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Nashir. I'll get back to
Yeah.
you regarding this.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
the question. Okay. This by the time, if you have anything as Nashir, please let me know, right?
Okay. Okay.
Nashir, for me, it's working. I don't know what would be the your case. So since our time is up, right? I'll make a note. We'll discuss about this part on next week, right? Definitely about your question. And if you can you please send your script to me, actually, the script that you have used. which returns the error actually, right?
Okay.
So
I will try first. Let me try, and I don't know, maybe some other
yeah,
mistakes
that's fine.
also.
That's fine. No. That's
I'll
okay.
send you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah.
You just send me the code, then we'll definitely
Sure.
discuss about this on as the first item on next week, right? So thank
Okay.
you very
Okay.
much for asking question, Nashir. So that's how I can get to know about you guys and where you are and with the things that I am teaching to you, you guys can get it or not, right? So thank you very much, Nashir, and all. Okay, so we'll meet on next week. Thank you very much. Dr. Deegal asked me to ask you guys to join at 2 o'clock after your lunch break, and he'll be continue the session, right? Thank you very much for participating today. We'll meet on next week, right? Thank you. Thanks a lot.